So, interesting. Belshire Vestige, and then after that, it is of course going to be a loser's choice. So whoever loses the first map will get to choose the second, doing themselves a little bit of an advantage. So here we are, guys. At the bottom right, spawning as the blue the blue Zerg, playing for Team Skekt. I don't know how to pronounce that. It is of course Cella, and his opponent at the top left playing is the yellow Terran for Team SFC. It is of course Frozz. Now Frozz is a Grandmaster. We can of course spot that by his border on his portrait, and his opponent isn't. So immediately, you when it comes down to predictions, you're gonna think that this person is possibly gonna win it because it's Grandmaster. So you're always a bit wary of such a thing. We should have a hatch into a pool from our. I just realized I was gaming last night. I needed my settings. Yeah, all those settings, man. All those settings. So it is going to be a racks, I believe. The fact that the SUV isn't moving makes me think that, and we should see the racks get dropped. The hatchery hasn't been dropped in the natural Jace yet, so that will be super soon, and then that will be followed by the pool, of course. So, interesting. Is he going to take a gas? He should take it soon. There it is. Of course, you pretty much have to take a gas these days against a Zerg, because opening Reaper is too good not to do it, really. So this is why it's just such a powerful and good opening. It's pretty much going to be standard for such a long time. Follow this overload, moving into place. Going to scout the natural. And yeah, the gas is a little late, so he's not going to have a Reaper straight away. He might produce a single Marine while he waits for the gas, which is the best thing to do in this point, because if you don't get your gas super fast, then you're not going to be able to produce the Reaper immediately. And, that makes a big difference. Alright, pool, gas, totally standard so far. So yeah, Frozz, I don't know where these players are from, that's something. Now, the fact that Cella's team is SGHT, it makes me think that's German, so he could be Eastern European. But Frozz, I think could be American, I think. But he does have a GM on EU, so I guess he's probably not. This Marine, going to try and get the Overlord. It's not going to get it, as it does float over to the high ground, and vision is denied. And the the Marine is like, oh, it does you. But actually doesn't shoot, so it does survive, and this is actually, ooh. We have two Marines directly into a reactive factory, so this is something we haven't seen in a really long time. Of course, this does beat the Reaper opening, but of course it is less economical because he's delaying his command center and stuff like that to get this out earlier. He will go for the low ground command center, and then of course double pump Hellions, and the fact that there's one factory, I think it's probably going to be just like 4 to 6. 4 at this point will be really good because there is no speed, so the cost efficiency of the Hellions will be pretty much perfect or infinite, because of course Slowlands do not catch up to Hellions. And he stops it over, 2 Hellions on the menu. Okay, I was going to say, where the hell is that Queen going? He does have to be careful. Could get some creep tumors going just to stop protecting his bases. This SCV does get taken out, so a nice little snipe there by Cella. These 2 Marines should scare them away if they don't see the Hellions. And this little bad boy gets taken out, and 2 Hellions just go into the mineral line. This could really hurt our Zerg player. It really could. Like he might just like lose like 6 or so harvesters. This Overload's not a spot to find it. Neither is this one, based on the projectiles that they're going. So let's see. Let's watch Cella's reaction. He's like, yeah, let's see what's going on. Oh no, there's Hellions in my base. They're gonna fry up my drones. Of course, he only has screens at the moment, so they are not going to be able to catch up with them. And even then, if they do, they're not going to be able to deal with them, to kill them off, because they're just so fast. Speed is close to finishing, 16 Zerglings, so a nice little drone, and that was 5 kills for next to nothing, because neither Hellion died, so really good. 4 more Hellions joining the fight will support their brothers who are already on the map, and this is, 5 Hellions will be able to clean this many Zerglings up pretty easily, and then he might go and get some more drones. And if he does, Cella has to be careful, he can't, he loses all his Zerglings. And that was not a good trade at all. Two queens out of the front, the spine caller removing itself. Oh, nice surround on the Hellions, but of course there weren't many Zerglings, so they do get in. More drones are about to get fried. There's 12 Zerglings about to pop, and he does get a lot of the drones there. We have 3 more killed. With this, a lot of Zerglings getting taken out as well. Another nice little fry up. And is he going to get any drones? He's not, as the last Hellion does indeed get taken up. That was 8 workers and a lot of extra Zerglings, which is, you know, pretty good. It's always nice to get Zerglings. They do cost resources and, you know, lava, stuff like that, so it's something that you want to try and get. Now, he's continuing to produce this. We have Stim in production. The second gas, my bad. A lot of Zerglings, though. He has to be careful. He doesn't have a bunker, so positioning is important here to make sure he doesn't get surrounded, as that is a chunky amount of Zerglings. Pretty much like he can fire straight up if he micros, but if the Zerglings got like 6 around, then the Hellions would be toast. Hey, it's a pun. It's Hellions getting toasted. With Rotoron in production now, starting to create his wall. Evo placement is a little dodgy because of course you want to have these in place to wall off, so it should have been Belair and Belair. So a little bit of a mistake from Cella. The third is complete. There are no drones, so nothing will get fried here, but it will get scouted, which is of course very important. Frozz with a really nice supply lead in my opinion, so he can do a lot of damage. Oh, go on, get the creep demons, go attack. If anyone knows, you can with the splash damage on Hellions, you can line up Hellions and attack move your own units and kill creep demons with the splash. We do have a crap ton of Hellions, 9 in total, 2 Widowmines and a +1 in production. The Zerg's getting his own 1-1 with the melee, so he's looking to even up on upgrades. Being the nest as well, that's interesting. But it is going to be, from what I can tell, the biomine style, you know, Marine Marauder Medevac mine. And you just glue the mines everywhere and try to get some good trades, especially against things like Banelings. The screen could get taken down, but no. Actually, he's going to go for the drones. Zerglings coming around from the side could get a nice round, but of course the surface area is very low on these Hellions, making this round very hard. Ah, okay. I just realized that the scores are in the wrong spot. That's the race. That's a really cool overlay, I gotta say. Alright, so a lot more drones in production. How many has he got? He's got 10, so he got the 2 at the natural. And he is producing his own third, so he's looking to continue his advantage going into the late game. And, you know, he's at 25 supply right now, advantage against the Zerg. So, that's not good. That's really not good. Harvester-wise, they're identical. The extra gases could add it on the eBay and the armory just to start his 1-2. And even get some mech upgrades, which is of course super good. So this is a super late lair. This is, you know, we're not gonna have Hydras or anything out for another minute. Infestors, Swarm Host, anything like that are non-existent because he doesn't have the tech right now. So that is gonna hurt our Zerg player really badly, especially if there's a timing where he hits with like tanks and the Widowmines, and you need like the Infestors or your Baneling speed or anything like that to just make sure you have a good connection. It's not going to exist because the lair is just so late, and you know that's the type of tech that you need to stop this type of upgrade. Okay, there's the Baneling speed, but of course, you know, this is a 110-second upgrade and it was just started, so I don't believe that this will be done in time. Of course, if the Zerg does delay, he can hold off, but it's going to be very risky. Baneling's morphing in right now. We do have some Roaches, some Zerglings. The Rotoran in a risky spot could get taken out. Widowmines borrowing preemptively, and the Zerglings there did not connect onto the Widowmines. We have the surround attempt. Baneling's trying to blow up. Pretty good connections, forcing all the Marines back, but there's just still too much. Let's see, more Zerglings, more Roaches in production. We still have 2 Banelings. He could go for a surround right now. The creep is getting cleaned up, which is going to hurt the Zerg in a little bit, as of course it denies that vision. And Widowmines borrowing their armor from behind. The cooldown on this bad boy has finished, so we could see some good connections. The third, I think, is going to go down, but actually Spinecrawler and the Roaches can push that back. Some nice micro from Frozz is keeping all his units alive, getting cost-efficient trades. Oh, so many Widowmine connections there. 40 supply advantage for our Terran, and This is going to be cleaned up in just a second. I think there's only like 5 Marines. The medevacs are completely out of energy. He's getting the drones. That's so big. The overload pops. It gets vaporized by bullets. And this is such a bad spot for Cella right now. Widowmine's still getting really good trades in the natural. 12 worker kills, so you got an extra 2. Oh, oh no. Oh, that was painful. He's like, oh my god, Widowmines, I gotta go kill them. And then they blew up on the Zerglings going to kill them. That was not a good trade. Is that a drop into the main? It is. Some units getting killed here. He's microing back, trying to get into a nicer area to load the surface area. And he does pick up to run away. More units running into the natural. The 1-1 has finished. 2-2 nearly complete. That is a big upgrade. He's going for the drone, so the Zerglings coming down the surface area. Not too small, but he lifts up anyway. Not risking it and drops back into the main to continue the double-pronged attacks. Behind this, as you can see, there's a lot in production. We have 2-2 for the bio, plus 1 mech. This is about to get cleaned up. The third is already done and mining, and you know, a good harvester lead for our Terran player. On top of meals as well, so upgrades. Everything's looking cool. The Zerg doesn't have Hive yet, so they can't get 3-3, so they're going to be caught up with until they get that Hive, and of course without the infestation pit, we're not going to have you know, a Hive anytime soon. So big push coming. This medevac has some units in it. I think that's going to be dropping. There it is. This is an orbital down here, so there's nothing to protect that this Zergling run by is going to do some good damage. Did I hear Banelands morph in? I thought I did. Ah, that was what? Oh, his army's on the same hotkeys. The Zerglings come from behind. He's going to try and sandwich it with the roaches, but there's just not enough units here. GG. Cella loses game number 1.